first thing that led me here was the traditional setting, and I guess I felt more comfortable, felt more like home with a traditional format and coming. And then after attending for a few times, I realized that the church doctrine and the way they believed was very similar to back home, and so it was a very comfortable, and the more I came, people were extremely friendly, and I just really enjoyed that aspect.
Well, I think one of the main things was just to find an inviting church here in Stillwater, and I think First Baptist is definitely a church that does that, and everyone's just so welcoming as soon as you come into the church, and it makes you feel right at home. So.
Right. I loved First Baptist because they were so welcoming when we came here and seemed to really reach out to us. And I loved having a choir at First Baptist. I know we do contemporary, but having that traditional too gives a good mix for a church community.
We had just gotten married and we were living here in Stillwater. We were visiting several different churches in the area. We both grew up in Baptist churches, so we kind of limited our search to Baptist churches here. So we visited here and a few others.
Yeah, I fell in love with it the first time we came, but she was a little more hesitant. But after soul searching and everything, we realized that this is where we wanted to be.
I searched all around, went to most of the churches here. Mainly the church environment was most welcoming here, and the college program was the best one.
We actually visited many churches throughout the community, and wound up joining the First Baptist Church. A couple of reasons. One is we really felt comfortable. We felt at home here. The people are very welcoming, and they're warm-hearted and authentic, and so that was the biggest reason that brought us here to join First Baptist.
And I would just add too that we also came here because we have a family, and we wanted to raise them in a steadfast environment, that was consistent and with our beliefs, and a place where they could grow and develop relationships and learn more about Jesus.
I started coming because I knew someone who was here, and I started coming with her because I had tried different churches here in Stillwater, and they felt really impersonal. And so I would go to them, and they would be this huge place where I never felt like I could ever get to know anybody. And coming from a small church, that was not what I was looking for. So coming here and having that personal connection, I got to know a lot of people, and it just felt like a home for me.
I started coming because of Juliana. We started coming I started coming here with her before we started dating. We actually have gone to church together since I was in 6th grade, about. We go to the same church back at home, and so when I came down here, I didn't know anybody down here. And so I told her, I trust your judgment as far as a church. I mean, I've gone to church with you since I was in 6th grade, so I think that I can trust you. And so she told me that they were going here, so I started coming here, and I agree totally. It feels a lot like home. I really like the personal atmosphere, and giving the welcome. And I've got like 5 specific people who come up to me afterwards, and every time thank me for it, and that's really nice. And I think that's what's really kept me going here. Is I came here and I really felt at home. I mean, I don't think there was any transition period as far as between, there's a lot of times you go to your home church and then you go to a new church, and then it's like, oh my gosh, this is so different. And this was just like, I love it.